Welcome back to the podcast hosted by two lovebirds. That's right, and we're in a bloody different state. We're in Sydney.
Today, I'm so excited. I feel like I say this every week, but I'm particularly excited because we're actually interviewing our first Love Island Australian, and it is actually one of my favorites. It is the one and only. It is Em.
Hi.
Woo! The crowd goes crazy. Okay, first off, how's life been? How's life been treating you?
Wow. I feel like life's been really great. I will say I don't think my life has changed that much in like what I do day to day. I'm still like working a couple of days at a vintage store and like doing content creation and modeling and like lots of creative things. But I just now have like a bigger platform and do it on a larger scale, which is cool to like not feel like I'm living a totally different life.
Yeah, no, that's really great. I noticed, so before you went on Love Island, did you do content creation before?
Yeah, like baby bit.
Yeah.
Like a little baby bit.
Baby content creation.
I was
love
a
that.
baby content creator. Now I'm like a teenager.
A teenager?
Content creator. Yeah, I'm not a full grown adult yet. But yeah, I was doing a little bit.
Wow. And then I noticed you worked at the vintage store and you still do it because even in England, your vintage store TikToks pop up on my For You page.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah, because I think, was there a stage when you didn't have your social media back?
Oh yeah.
And you were on the vintage.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were popping out every day. And the outfits, I must say, I didn't know it was a vintage store.
Yeah, well, it's like vintage and then like sustainable labels from like all over, like London, New York, Berlin.
The outfits, like when I saw, I think you had Mimi in for a few little collabs.
Yeah.
The outfits, honestly. I was in England. I was like, I need this girl to dress me.
I need it.
What do the Gen Zs say these days? They say slayed.
Yes, slayed.
Absolutely slayed. But we're currently in Sydney at the moment and Fashion Week is going on. We went to our first show yesterday.
Wow.
What are your plans? I know, I was like, what? The English dude sat watching, everyone strut it, loved it.
Crazy.
But what's your plans for this week? You got many shows lined up?
I do. I have a lot of shows. I've got a very busy schedule, but I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm going to Alex Higgins tomorrow morning and he's dressing me as well, which is super cool. And then I've got like a couple more shows, some after parties on Friday. So I think it's going to be very, yeah, literally. It's going to be really fun.
So how do you find it with getting styled? Because I got styled yesterday and it's like, for me, it's like bittersweet because I had like this thought in my head of how I wanted to be styled, but then it's way out of your control, isn't it?
Well, I feel like he didn't personally style me, Alex Higgins. I feel like in my experience, like they just let me do what I want.
Nice.
You're a very stylish gal. Like,
like, I'm sorry, but if somebody else tried to dress me, I'd be like,
it is like nerve, and you know what like fits you as well, and
100%.
what type of things like go with your body. It is nerve-wracking getting someone else to dress you.
For sure. And like look good, feel good. Like if you're not feeling good in what you're wearing, then like it just totally changes your like mentality for the day or the night.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
You know that with me. I'm like, nah, if I don't look.
No, if you don't have a good outfit, then like day over.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, don't I know about it? And I'll be like, I'll be sitting there like, I'll be like, Jessie, you're looking beautiful. And she's like, nah, you're fucking lying. Actually, you're lying to me. I'm like, I'm not just saying this.
Yeah.
But I feel like it
totally
is
does.
a lot about how you feel. Because I even get this on social media. People will be like, why did you wear that? And I'm like, I didn't actually wear it because I think it's like fashionable. It's like, I think it like highlights the things about me that I like, if that makes sense.
I love that. Fashion is like for us. Like it's not for you and your opinions.
I love this.
Yes.
I'm going to live by that.
People get so like offended though. They're like, oh my God, you're really wearing that? Or like that belt with those boots. Like somebody literally told me my favorite pair of boots to like get rid of them the other day online. And I was just like, no. You clearly don't get it, babes.
Yeah.
Like you just don't get it and that's fine. It's not for you.
Exactly. I think we should all take a little bit of a note out of this book because like that is so true. When you do dress for you.
100%.
And why does it have to like bother everyone else?
No.
I just dressed a sleigh, to be quite honest.
As you should.
I just dressed a sleigh.
Yes.
I think it would be rude if we do not touch on Love Island.
Oh God.
Of course. So we're going to take it way, way back. We want to know, did you audition? Did you get approached? How was the whole process with that?
I kind of got like approached and applied at the same time.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I have been like obsessed with Love Island forever and ever and ever.
Love that.
And I was like, I really want to go, and I think it would be iconic and like so much fun. And so I started filling out my application, but like I have like severe ADHD, and I was like, this is like far too much admin for me to like fill out. It's a lot.
Yeah, like what are they doing? Why do they make you do that much?
Honestly. And so I filled out like probably the first page, and then I got a call from one of the girls that like I'd been following like her casting Instagram for a while, and she was like, hey babe, like we really want to send you to the auditions, but like we need you to fill out the application. And I was like, we'll see like if I can make it through the application process. And then so I did, and then submitted my video, and then went to the auditions.
Wow. Okay. So with the audition thingy, I learned this when I did Love Island UK.
Okay.
So if you don't actually fill out the full audition piece of paper, even if you get casted, you actually can't win.
Wait, what?
I didn't fill out any of it.
Because it's like a contract.
I didn't fill out any of it.
Wait, what?
I got scouted off TikTok. I kid you not. I got they said we want you to go on Love Island. I was like, look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm super busy on the farm right now. I've really got time for this.
Got a lot of animals to look after, guys.
I've got a lot of sheep to tend to, and then I just met the producers, and then that was it. And then do you remember on our final date, some dude came up to us and was like, oh, I put you in because I love your TikToks.
Oh, slay.
That's so lucky.
Yeah.
But isn't it lucky that you went back and did so when I did Love Island UK, I don't know if it's different in Australia, but it is the same network. So I would assume it's the same.
Yeah.
So pretty much they said like you can go on the show, but you need to fill in the form. Otherwise you literally can't win because it is technically a contract because the way it is when you like win the money, it's like a lot, I don't know, like a competition lottery. You're winning a prize thing and you can't like win the lottery without a ticket. So that is like your legal binding.
All right, Willy Wonka.
The golden ticket.
Mate, she won the golden ticket. So.
I did.
Have you spent the money?
Oh God, it's gone.
Did
I
it
don't
go
even know
instantly?
what on.
But with inflation though, it goes in just like that anyway.
Oh no, seriously, I'm just like living.
That's how it should be.
I bought like my 4th Camry wagon. I love her. Like a super old like 1996 car.
Slay.
It cost like $3,000.
What car was it?
It's a Camry wagon. It's just like a super old bogan car, but I've had like 4 of them.
Do you know how much comfort that brings me? Because when I was in high school, my parents got me like the most like bogan. It was like a little Corolla, but it was like a really old one, like 1970 something.
Oh.
And I was like back at school because like I had the oldest car. I was too embarrassed to like drive to school. So I would like have to park down the block and walk. But now, because we've still got all these cars, I'm like, do you know what?
It's a sleigh.
Yeah, it is a sleigh. But so you've made a good little investment with your
my
your
old
money,
car.
and then you're just like living life.
Did you enjoy
Yeah.
it? Did you go, come on, splashing it now?
Oh no,
I'm getting out and about.
No, I get really weird with money because I'm like, I just have this like thing in my brain that I'm like, it's gonna go and it's never gonna come back.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Do you
actually
guys
feel
get
like we're the
that?
same person right now. And do you know, I was thinking about this in my head. I was like, I've got no one to talk about this because I feel like money anxiety is a thing, but I don't think anyone talks about it because I definitely get that, don't I?
100%. Yeah,
It's
Jessie
really
will,
bad and it's
Jessie
kind of
will-
embarrassing.
You'll
I
have a
find.
go at me if I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually dehydrating, little bit
Water.
parched, and I'll be like, I want to go in a shop and get a bottle of water, and she'll be like, you're not
I mean,
wasting
free water.
your money on water, and I'm
No,
like,
seriously.
I'm like severely dehydrated right
He's
now.
like, I need it.
But it
Yeah.
comes and goes in phases. So sometimes I'm like normal and I'll just spend money like normal. But
Yeah.
then like something just like I just get really intense and I'm like, oh, I need to start saving. Like I need to save now.
Yeah.
Because once the money's gone, and then I start being like, imagine if like I didn't spend all that money, then I would have like, all that
then I would
savings.
have this and this and this. I think it's also like the ADHD of it all because it's like I feel like I'm really impulsive and then I'm just like, I don't care. And then I'm like, and then I have like the guilt and they're like, oh, I
Yes.
shouldn't have done that. But it's fine.
Yeah.
I
Money
100%
comes, money
get
goes.
you. Sometimes, yeah, like I snap in and out of it. I don't know if it's like ADHD related because I'm an ADHD girl
I think it is, yeah.
But like, it's just like this random little thought and like emotion that I'm like, how do I even like explain that spending money sometimes stresses me out, or if it doesn't stress me out, I just do it too much.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, impulse control. Gotta love her.
So,
Wow.
yeah, I was like, what, we're so alike.
So we've got a fair few UK listeners. A lot of them do watch Love Island.
Oh my God, love.
However, for the ones who don't, can you just, I know it's going to probably be really difficult, but just give a brief summary of your time on the show.
Wow, brief summary. Well,
as brief as you can make it.
You can be as selective as you want as well.
I'm so not a brief person. I'll like
Well,
go
hey,
into 40 million details.
Let's go into the details.
Okay. Well, I was actually so terrified, and all my close friends were like, you literally don't like people. You literally don't leave the house. Like, you're going to get there and be like, I gotta go. But I got there and it was like really easy to make friends, which I was like so surprised, personally. And then I didn't get coupled up with like anybody romantically. I was in a friendship couple, and then Taylor came in as a bombshell. And then, I was with him for 2 weeks, and then we kind of like ended not on the best terms.
2 weeks feels like so long in the villa.
2 weeks is
honestly,
like 2 years.
I don't even know if it was 2 weeks. I think it might have been like a week.
I
think we filmed for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, really? Only 3 weeks?
Yep.
Oh, you're so lucky.
3 weeks?
And they stretched out all the episodes for that.
Yes.
We were trapped in that villa for so long.
We were 8 weeks.
Yeah, because they cut it down from last season's, like the season before ours. I think they did it for 6 weeks or something. But yeah.
So I remember with Love Island Australia, so I did season 2 so long ago.
Oh my God.
Literally, I'm like an OG. So we did season 2, and that was back when it was like, I feel like they were just figuring their shit out. So we did the full 8 weeks back then. So I think I was in the villa for like 64 days or something. I read it on Google.
Whoa.
I don't know. It was a long time. So then they stopped it for ages because of COVID. And then it took so long to like come back for some reason. I think it was like 3 years without Love Island Australia.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they had like a massive gap.
Oh, crazy.
Because there was like COVID, and then they were just like, took a while to get back up and running. Then when they came back, it was still like COVID-y. So that's when they did like the first pre-recorded one, and they did it within, I think, 3 weeks as well. Yeah. And then I guess that format must have like kind of worked.
Stuck. Yeah.
So that's like, I feel like 3 weeks opposed to 8 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever. Because the mental fatigue in there.
Crazy. Oh yeah, it drains you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely drains you.
Yeah. I feel like people also like don't realize that it was that short for us, and they just like assume it's like your season.
I had no idea
it
was.
before.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
it was 3
because
weeks.
it was like, that's why like I know a lot of drama happened and a lot was going on, and obviously you guys know like when you're in there everything's heightened and you're just in this little like melting pot of your own emotions and everything that's going on. And everything does feel so up and down and intense, but like it was literally 3 weeks. Like these people were like essentially strangers, and it wasn't that deep, and that's why we were all watching it back. I feel like most of our cast just being like, that's hilarious.
That was us?
Yeah, no, seriously. We were like, we literally don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my experience was great. I had a really great time. I obviously won, so that was cool.
That was very cool.
And very unexpected.
Do you know, you say that was unexpected. I guess you lived through it and then had to wait for it to air.
Yeah.
But for us watching, I felt like right from the start, we were like, come on, Em. Do you know?
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I was like, I think the first week the show was airing, everybody hated me from my vegan comments at Indigo, which was all just jokes, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not some like, I'm a bit psycho, but like, I'm not some psycho vegan that's like trying to talk down to people about it. Yes. And like, Indy and I were like vibing and bantering that whole conversation before that comment was made. And it was all just jokes. And then I was literally like on the ground, like outside my apartment, like on my terrace, and Mimi was over because she was like scared to leave me alone. Aww. And I was like, I never cry. And I was like crying like silently on my balcony, just being like, what did I get myself into? Like everybody hates me. Like I did not think I would be perceived this way at all.
Yeah.
But then like, it's just so interesting like how fast things change, and you can like never really like bank on how you're being received for too long, because you don't know how people are gonna
that's really
100%.
kind of like sad to hear that you felt that way, because with the Love Islands that we've done, it's all aired while you're in the villa. So we didn't ever have to watch and see the public's like reactions change.
Yeah.
We just got to come out, and by the end, how you perceived is like all we saw. And then from there, it was the show's done. They were interested in what we're doing now. So like we never had to watch the highs and the lows. I mean, if I scroll back through my DMs, you can definitely, even like photos that I've got my feed, I can like go back and see, okay, there was a bad episode here and people came to troll me. But then the next one, like people were being kind.
Yeah.
But then I guess watching it all unravel and I'll unveil months later, I feel bad.
Yeah,
and, like,
no, and I'm like psycho as well. I'm like, I like to have all the information. I was on like every Reddit thread, like TikTok comments, Instagram comments. Facebook is a scary place.
Oh yeah, Facebook
the
is.
Facebook comments, what is going on over there? Why is it just like a totally different breed of like human?
I think it's the older demographic. It is.
For sure. But I'm like, what is going on? It's like I'm two totally different people to like the TikTok comments and the Facebook comments.
No, literally, even like TikTok to Instagram.
100%.
Like TikTok, Instagram, I actually do not look at Facebook.
I feel safe on
the heart
TikTok. Don't look at Facebook.
I love TikTok.
I love TikTok.
TikTok's
Instagram,
it's here and there. But
yeah, it's here and there. But yeah, TikTok we love.
Did you watch it when it came out?
Every episode at 6 p.m.
Do you know, I do understand that though, because if you don't know what's happened and it's like going out to the world, I'd be so
100%.
intrigued.
Yeah.
And even what you said about like reading the comments, when I did my first series of Love Island and I came out, I feel like something just came over me and you were almost like glued because I felt a bit clueless as to what's going on. And I was like, I just want to gauge like where everyone's coming from.
Just want to know.
Just want to know.
It's addictive as well. Like it's so addicting, like reading the comments. And if you start, it's like a drug.
Yeah,
you know?
Especially if you have ADHD. It's that like dopamine.
Exactly. And like you feel so good when all the comments are good and everybody's like loving you. And then like as soon as it switches, you're like, oh. Yeah, which was not great. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't really care now. And I feel like my mentality normally is like, I don't really care what people say about me. Obviously, it's hard when it's like at that volume when the show was airing. But now I'm like, say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Pop off.
You do like build that like thicker skin, I think.
Oh,
especially when you're thrown in the deep end. But at the start, like even coming off the show when it was filmed in live time, it is a bit like, okay, I need to like turn my phone off. I need to sit and relax.
I think we got a good response. So I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to watch it back. But I reckon if I got like a bad response, I'll be like, well, why?
Let me see where I went wrong.
Let me, personal grave.
Rewind.
Yeah, what did I do? I know earlier you mentioned you and Taylor didn't kind of like have the best relationship. Are you guys on good terms now?
Oh my God. It's so interesting because like Taylor and I just like had such an instant connection in the villa.
Yeah.
We are like truly like, we were just constantly like saying the same thing at the same time, like referencing the same movies. Like it was crazy. And then we were obviously together and then we ended like on quite bad terms and I like hated him in the villa. I was like, Urgh.
I know we were all, everyone, you must have seen, everyone was like,
what is going on? My parents are splitting
like, we love him.
But yeah, I think we all just like, as I said, emotions are so heightened in there. It's so intense and you don't have any perspective. And
it's not like you can go for a walk either, is it? It's not like you can go be like, oh, I'm going to take a bit of me time.
No me time.
That's how they get the good drama though.
100%.
Like, sit there. And that's how like.
Sit in it.
Sit there, argue, joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, Taylor's like one of my closest friends, like that I made on the show. He's one of the people that I talk to the most. I was just with him last week, which was really cute.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we're like constantly voice noting and like trying to organize a phone call, but we're both like so all over the place.
So did you kind of like form that relationship after everything was aired? Like how did you like rekindle, I guess?
Well, I don't know. I think we really just needed some space because like nothing that happened in there was that deep. And like at the end of the day, like I understood where Taylor was coming from, like in those moments that like I didn't necessarily love.
Yeah.
And like I think I just did need that bit of space to kind of like think about everything and like out of everybody in there, like who's really like the people I get along with the most and like who love me and understand me. And that was definitely Taylor.
Yeah. You are definitely a very like mature person.
I'm like, I went on when I was like, I turned 27 like the week after I got out of the villa. So I feel like that has a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah. I think as well, like with reality TV, especially when it's filmed in like such a short period of time, I mean, stuff does have to happen on the show. People do need to turn their heads, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. It really sucks. Like it actually was not pleasant to watch you know, be upset and like have that happen to like someone that a couple that we loved.
Yeah.
But then I do think when you get back in, like I did Love Island UK when I was 26, I think. Yeah. So when you understand there are reasons why people react, like for example, if somebody has like, I don't know, deep-rooted commitment issues
100%.
a fear of rejection,
Yeah.
people do act on those feelings extremely spontaneously in the villa, and that's what the producers actually want. So it doesn't necessarily reflect their whole personality. It just means like maybe a trigger point was hit in the villa.
100%.
And like obviously people don't want to think about that side of reality TV. They just want to watch it for drama, like they do in their head. It's
and
not
this
deep.
person's done this because they're an asshole or and like a horrible person, but it's like no.
Yeah.
This person was triggered. Like they might still have some stuff to work through. And this just like, I don't know. I definitely think that like it can either bring out a really great side in you or some not great sides. And that's exactly what the environment is meant to do.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And I always do feel like you learn so much about people after the show as well. Like,
100%.
I can specifically talk from like me and Jessie, like the stuff maybe you didn't want to actually talk about in the villa, and it's like peeling back an onion.
Yeah.
You learn so much.
Yeah.
And I feel like the relationship and bonds that you do make in the villa are like completely different to like outside friendships.
Yeah. It gives you like a really good like foundation, I think, like going through that crazy experience with someone. But yeah, it's been really nice to like have my relationships with like Mimi and Taylor and like some of the other people like blossom after the show.
Yeah. How do you think Taylor's been coping since the show? Because I do know there's been like a lot of backlash towards him as well.
Oh, I think he's fine.
Okay,
I
cool.
think
He's doing good.
Yeah.
No, Taylor is great. I think we all went through like a bit of a struggle like while the show aired, but I mean, it's been like almost 6 months, which is wild since the show finished.
How fast
airing.
time goes.
Wow.
Oh my God. And like just this time last year, actually this Friday last year, I went for my audition.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Your audition anniversary.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It really, like, it's gone so fast. But yeah, Tay-Tay's doing fine.
Right.
Yeah, he's
and
lapping it up.
You guys have posted quite a few like TikToks together.
Oh, yeah.
And people go nuts for it.
Yeah.
They think that you're rejoicing. They think mum and dad are getting back together.
Oh, children.
Yeah.
No, we're just really good friends. Yeah, we're not getting back together. Sorry.
Thanks for clearing the air on that one.
No, I think like you guys all saw that like it just would never work. And
Yeah.
like I truly don't believe that Taylor and I were ever meant to like be romantic with each other. I think that's so clearly where things went wrong. And we just got like a bit confused in there because obviously you're in there to make connections. There was nobody else in there that I was really interested in. So like what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Like I vibe with this person. Let's try it out. But yeah, I think we were always just meant to be really close friends.
I'm glad to see that you guys are friends though. Like,
yeah,
I love
me
that.
too.
Yeah. Yay.
We can talk about it. We can touch on it. You take complete reign
what's
on
coming.
it. Yeah, it's gonna be us.
Something's coming.
So obviously you entered the show with Mercedes.
Who?
Sorry. Who? You entered the show with a certain somebody, and obviously it didn't work out. Still really on bad terms, or what's the vibe?
What's the vibe?
What is the vibe? What vibe? We don't need to mention Zed's name. We can just call him.
Must not be named. Look, we ended the show winning. And then, I don't know, I just think personally, like, Mercedes' ego is huge. He, like,
I see what you did there. I was like, am I wigging out right now? I like that.
No, Mercedes. I just think, like, his first Instagram post when we got our socials back was, like, a series of, like, him from the villa and me being, like, captioned 3 for 3, like, because that was the third reality TV show he won. I'm so sorry, everyone. Yeah, and I was just like, that's just gross. And also, like, no one really liked you that much. Like, not to toot my own horn.
Toot your own horn.
Toot it.
Yeah, toot your own horn.
We're here for it.
No, but like, I'm just being honest, and like, that's not really coming from ego. That's just coming from like all of the information I've like collected online and like the common consensus that like, people come up to me all the time. They were like, I never wanted him to win. I was voting for you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know. I just thought it was really gross. And like the way he was talking all about like post-winning interviews the next day, we actually like, I FaceTimed him after where I found out we won. Like that night, everything was all good. We were on pretty good terms, not talking a lot, but like we were fine. And then we were like did all our interviews the next day. And he was just like flip-flopping answers of like one interview, he'd be like, yeah, like I always knew we were going to win, blah, blah, blah. And then the next interview, they were like, he would be like, I had no idea. I was so surprised. I'm like, you're so inconsistent in your answers.
It wasn't adding up.
And I'm like, this is such a simple answer. How did you feel about winning, did you think you were going to win?
Mm.
It's so easy to like figure out how you feel as a person.
Yeah.
I was like, the inconsistencies is crazy. And so I was just like, I don't know. I feel like we kind of saw that behavior like in the villa, and I had a bit of a gut feeling not to trust him in there that grew and grew and grew as soon as I got out, really. So yeah, I was like, this is not somebody that I want in my life. Like, I don't know. And also,
I don't think that's so fair enough. And like everyone can gather, you're very down to earth, in tune with who you are.
yeah.
I think if you've got that gut feeling, everyone else just knows them from a TV show.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? Like you know them more than anyone else.
Yeah.
And I guess it must have been like tough. So you guys had a gap in between when you filmed the show and when you won.
Yeah.
What kind of like, what did you do in the gap? And how long was it?
Yeah, what was the gap?
I literally got home and was home for 5 days, then flew to America with my best friend. And I was in LA for a month, and like we went to
That's okay.
we went to New York and Joshua Tree as well. So it was so crazy. And then by the time I got home, it was like a week. Well, I'd been announced that I was going on the show while I was in America, and then I got home and it was like a week and it started airing. So I was like so disoriented and like, what even is my life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then did you guys ever like go into a relationship, or did you just kind of come off the show and
Came off the show, I would say like we filmed the finale. 24 hours later, I was on a plane back home, which is just so crazy.
So you have the interim and then you get flown out for the finale.
No, we filmed 3 alternative endings as if
What?
we yeah.
was it really awkward?
Oh my, did you know?
I've heard about this, but
Wait.
I've never actually spoken to anyone about this.
Okay, speak to me.
Okay, wait. So I'm sorry.
Yes. No, think about how much money that would cost to fly the entire crew back over, and like the 3 finalists and everybody else that goes into it.
So you film and then, talk me through it. Okay,
Yeah, we need-
like,
Okay, so I think we went second, and like we're having to do all these reactions like when the other like finalists are like pretending like they won, and we're all
Oh my
like,
God, no, stop.
it was so
did you have to do
cringe,
like
you
sad
guys.
faces? Like,
Yeah, did you have to
were you like,
react to
oh
anything?
yeah, oh yes.
No, we had to like clap and stuff, and like obviously the cast who was still there, who'd been dumped like I think in the week prior, was all at the finale, which was really cool, and like some of the crew and stuff to make up the little like audience you guys
Oh
saw.
my God, how random's the audience?
I
But
loved it though, because it was like all the crew and like some of the cast. I'm like so special.
Did they have the Love Island super fans there?
Who?
The super fans.
Who? No, I don't know them.
They're a mystery.
A
They remain a
mystery.
mystery.
Yeah, then
No,
we had them
seriously.
and they were like, they're wild.
Yeah, they're wild.
No. So in Love Island Australia, Will doesn't even understand. He thinks it's just super fans. No. So Love Island Australia have super fans that like make decisions.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like
The actors like because it's obviously pre-recorded and the public doesn't have their say.
So you
The
get the
super
super
fans
fans.
have their say.
But like we don't know who the super fans are.
No.
what? So the super fans have their say.
So, like-
Yes. Did you watch?
He doesn't-
I'm
I don't
really
even think he did.
confused.
So because it's filmed not in live time,
Right.
like
But I feel like super fans in the UK is different to super fans here.
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Yeah,
The
that's where
super
I'm
fans
getting
are a part of the
confused.
show. They're not just fans of the show.
Right.
So in the actual show,
I thought you meant like sitting as the when you do the finals and you have those super fans there.
No.
Yeah, so we have actual super fans.
No, I thought.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
which are really
now I
sweet.
see, I'm
and they like go like
I'm-
Jessie and
yeah.
Will, and like,
Sorry,
it's
that's
really
what I
cute.
thought you were referring
Oh.
to, because that was similar to what happened with us.
No, so the super fans in Love Island
yes,
Australia,
yes, I do understand.
they'll be like, instead of saying like the public has voted,
The super fans, yeah,
fans
sorry.
have been
I was,
voting.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about the final, that's where the confusion.
Sorry,
I was
sorry,
like,
sorry.
yeah, I was like,
Yes.
what?
Super fans. Who are they? We don't know.
Yes.
So then, and then we're all having to like run in, like if Sophie's like, pulled out the envelope, so-and-so is one. Everybody like runs in to be like, yeah. It was.
Did
it
you
was,
practice
it was a lot.
Could you
No.
practice? It was just one take.
No, we took ours 3 times.
Okay.
Everybody else was one take. I'm almost
they
certain.
did. That's how you know you won. They were like, we need to make sure we've got the shot for the actual winner.
No,
no, 'cause they
because
vote on
the
the
public,
night.
because the
Because the
public
pu-
vote until like a minute before it's announced, which is crazy. No, but we were filming these things, and I'm just like, I can act like if I have a role and like, you know, I'm not myself, but like trying to like fake
yourself,
myself.
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I was so unenthusiastic. Sophie Monk was like, you've just won $50,000. And I was like, oh, wow.
Did you do interviews as well?
No.
You didn't do interviews?
No. Oh, yeah, maybe for like socials and stuff afterwards,
socials,
I think.
yeah.
But she was like, babe, if you win like Australia, it's going to want to see you be like excited.
A bit more enthusiastic.
And I was like, oh, okay. And then we did it again. And I just went on a spiel that was like so long-winded. And they were like, cut. And then Mercedes and I looked at each other and we're like, okay, if we're going to do this, like, let's just go fucking crazy. Yeah. So over the top. And they were like, Perfect.
Killed it.
Perfect.
I think that's so fascinating.
I know.
It's so different. I had no idea.
Yeah. So yeah, we've pre-filmed it, which was super weird.
I just feel like being someone that's come second or third, having to like, knowing that there's like a video of you winning out there somewhere in the universe, like that is just not it.
Not it. It's not cute.
And you don't have the reunion here.
No.
You don't have the... Do you wish that you did have the reunion? Because after everything that you watched, was there any like when you watch it back and you're like, oh, I didn't know that person said that or acted that way? Because obviously, was there anything you don't care?
I feel like people did TikTok lives.
Yeah.
The reunion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I also
that.
like... I wasn't really surprised by anything that I watched back. I was like, every single feeling I had was validated watching it back. And I was like, that's why I felt that way. And that's why I said that. And I knew all this shit that was going on and I'm not surprised. So yeah.
And what were the main rules? Because I just really want to compare to our version to the Aussie.
Oh, yeah.
What were like the main rules in the villa?
Oh, like what? I don't know.
Like the rules.
Okay,
don't go outside the boundary. Like,
did you guys have like a little
door?
invisible fence thingy that you couldn't cross over?
No.
On the boundary? So we did ours in Fiji, and then I don't think we actually had a proper fence. So, and I remember like one of the people stepped over the boundary to get like a bowl because like one of the days we had a bowl because we were really bored. And they left and they got in so much trouble for stepping over the boundary.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
It's like, but doesn't it feel like you're at school? Like,
yeah, I know a little bit, but I was really worried about like relinquishing control and like, you know what I mean? But I actually feel like I thrived in that situation, in that environment because everything was so structured and I really need structure to like operate as a regular human. So I really liked like all the structure and stuff. It was just a little annoying, like being told to like stop talking or something. Like that was kind of like a trigger from school.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes Mimi and I would be like chatting and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning and the villa producer would come over and be like, hey, can we just save it for the morning? Because like the whole crew wants to go to bed and like we need to get you guys to bed.
Did you have
and
like
we'd just be like,
did you have save the chat? They would
save the chat, hold the chat.
I think Mimi and I were the only people that got it because we would just be yapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do you not talk about something? Like if someone sits next to me, I need to tell you right now.
100%.
You're filmed 24 hours, so right?
Yeah.
You would
24/7.
You would be filmed 24/7. Lunchtime, 2 separate tables.
2 separate tables, that was obviously one of the rules as well. And it's like hard to not talk content because you're just in this situation. You're like, there's so much to talk about.
Especially if you're like pissed off.
100%. Yeah.
And they'll like talk about the outside world, and it's like, well, we don't know
what's going on.
We don't know what's going on. Can you tell us a little bit something of what's going on?
Oh my God. I remember that it ends with, I'm like obsessed. Well, I feel like not so much anymore, but I was obsessed with Colleen Hoover last year. I read like all of her books and like It Ends With Us was coming out. And like, I remember just being like to the villa producer, like, how was the movie? Did it go well? Like, how was it? And then she was like telling us about all the drama with like Lively and the producers. And,
oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow, crazy.
Get me back to the real world.
No, seriously, it was like the only bit of information like anybody told us.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And what would you say your most favorite thing about being in the villa was and your least favorite thing about being in the villa?
Other than the structure.
The structure. I don't know. I just think it was, I don't know, favorite thing. Why has this got me summed? I guess like having the chance to meet people that I like normally wouldn't.
Yeah.
Was that a favorite thing? I love that I met Mimi and I met Taylor and I met, like Zayn and Tommy and a couple other people.
Yeah.
I think that was really cool and like I'll be friends with some of them forever, I hope.
Oh my God, have you eaten an egg because of Tommy?
Babe, I'm vegan.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Would you cook me meat?
With the would you cook me meat?
Yeah.
Do you even remember that conversation happening? Or when it came to air, did you think that would be aired?
Yeah, I did because it was hilarious. No, and I was talking to Mav, our
I love
executive.
Mav.
I love Mav, talking to our producer, and he was like, yeah, babe, I'm so excited. So I knew it was going to be in the first episode. But the way that I said it and the way that I remember that conversation going was so different to like how it was perceived, obviously, because it doesn't have like us bantering back and forth before and like jabbing at each other. Yeah, but it's fine. Least favorite thing, or I feel like both favorite and least favorite was just like being around so many people. Like I loved it so many times, but like it was also like really stressful and like sometimes you just want to get away. Yeah.
Would you do like another reality TV show, Love Island, anything like that?
All Stars? I don't. Then All Stars hasn't come out here. All Stars
do they
surely
even have Australians on All Stars? They should.
Not yet. Not in the UK. But surely Australia must be doing All Stars soon.
They've got games. And
yeah,
I feel
there's
like Love
games.
Island
But then-
Australians always go back on anyway.
Games is
USA.
everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Games is everywhere. Would you
Yeah.
do an All Star version? Would you do it again?
I would never say never. I feel like something that I would. Do you guys know Summer House?
No.
Oh my god, I love it. It's my favorite reality TV show.
We'll suss
With
it
like
out.
Paige DeSorbo, Ciara Miller. It's really great. It's just basically they all live in New York and like go to the Hamptons every weekend for like the summer.
Oh, yeah.
And they
That
live
seems like the
together in
dream.
that way. Yeah. And I'm like, I would love to do a show like that instead of like some kind of like competition show. Just like a
More reality.
Yeah.
in a house with all your friends.
Well,
like,
they've done that with the US version.
yes,
After
Life
the-
After
haven't
the
they?
Villa.
Excuse me, where are the Australian producers? This
No.
would be a great TV show.
Yes, 100%. But yeah.
Moving on swiftly. We want to know about you.
Oh.
We want to know about you.
Wow.
We want to dibble dabble in dating.
Double it. Okay,
Dibble dabble
wow.
it. What's
Wow.
dating life like for you now?
I actually like don't date, and like it was so funny to go on the show because I was like, I don't go on dates. I think I've probably been on like less than 5 in my entire life.
Oh my goodness.
I just don't like it. Like I love my own space. I like love being with myself and like my friends. But I am dating a special someone.
Right now.
Right now, right here, right now.
Names?
No, I can't.
Come on.
You're like, no.
Come on, please.
No, this person and I met actually a year ago at Fashion Week.
Oh, cool.
We were like really, really good friends like for the whole time, and then kind of just in the last little bit, started dating and now we're together. And
Do you think with this, like, you'd like to keep the relationship off social media?
100%.
Yeah, we spoke about this the other week.
Too many people have too many opinions.
I know, and I'm like, I feel like it's just so special. Like I love our relationship, and like I obviously don't want to keep him like private, like, and I don't want to hide him, but I also like I want some things to just be for us. But yeah, you guys might see like a little fit check TikTok this week at Fashion Week. Who knows?
We'll be keeping our eyes peeled. No, but I love that, and I'm really happy for you. Because
Yeah.
I feel like, especially after seeing you on Love Island, it does like, we wanted to see you in a relationship in the
Yeah.
weirdest way. It's like, obviously when you do a dating show, you get so invested. So it's like, and we love to see you happy.
Yes.
And I'm getting the vibes that you're feeling quite happy and
I'm
safe.
very happy.
Aura.
Yeah.
Aura.
The aura.
The aura.
The
It's giving love.
The aura.
No, I am very happy.
Oh, yay.
Was it very natural then? It wasn't, because I know reality TV coming off and dating is really difficult.
Yeah.
Really, really difficult.
I wouldn't say so because we were so close for so long. Like we actually like went on like a date this time last year, and then it just obviously like life is so hectic, and I
Yeah.
went on the show, and then I went traveling, and then like, and he also didn't live here at the time either, so it was just like nothing could ever happen then. But I feel like our time is I feel like our time is now.
Yeah.
And I feel like the dust is kind of settled. The show's out. It's aired. Like it was just, I don't know. I feel like for both of us, the timing was never really right. For like, and we were both just like not settled enough to hold space for like a relationship.
Do you believe in that right person, wrong time?
No.
You don't?
I don't think so.
I don't.
No.
I don't.
No.
No, I think like if it's right, it will work out.
Yeah.
And like, Yeah.
And it kind of sounds like it's happened for you. Like
Yeah.
you're aware and you still remain really close friends. I feel like sometimes when people say right person, wrong time,
Yeah.
they will literally just like exclude that person from their life and be like, yeah, right person, wrong time. And never speak to them again. Like that's not what the concept is,
not-
doll.
Yeah,
it's
not how it
giving
works.
excuses.
Yeah.
It's giving excuses.
It's giving.
Have you got any plans with this summer?
This
Euro
this
summer? Are you
Euro
going
summer.
away? Romantic holidays?
I really want to go back to LA.
Yeah.
Because I love it there, even though America's really scary right now. And then I don't know, I really want to go back to Spain. Me and my guy, we're actually both like a bit. Well, I'm half Spanish. He's like a quarter. Yeah, and I have family all in Spain. So, and he spent like almost 10 years living in Barcelona. So like we would love to go back. Also, I really want to see Jules, my chaperone from the show.
Oh, that's so cute.
I love her.
Was Jules with you? No.
Well, you had completely different ones.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
for people that aren't aware, in Love Island, before you go into the villa, you have a chaperone. And we can tell you what it is, but you will never understand.
No, the bond.
Yes, the bond. So you're literally like living with this person for 2, 3, however many weeks.
Yeah, how many weeks was isolation?
Oh, it was
for
like
you?
it was like a week.
Oh,
but she like dropped me off to the show, waited with me until I went in.
Yeah.
Like for the first ever time, and then also like when we had our like dark day, where we like left the show, everything went dark, we were all separated and like just in a hotel room for 24 hours or however long. She like took us to the hotels and then I was like, drop me off last so we can like chat and catch up.
Nice.
And then we just like were smoking a Marlboro Light on the balcony, like catching up. And then she tried to see me on the finale day, but they wouldn't let her because I think we were like filming our like Zoom chats with our family and Jules was like trying to see me. So it was really sad, but I still talk to her all the time and I like love her.
I love that. Yeah, I feel like your chaperone can really set you up for how you like come into the show.
100%.
Oh yeah.
On my Love Island Australia one, like I actually was not a confident person, but I was like, babe, you've got to just
Fake
at
it
least
till you
try.
make it.
Yeah, pretend. But then my chaperone was so nice and like she would like always say to me, go glow. Like that was her little saying. Like because I always go like, let's go. And she goes, let's glow. And like would like correct me.
Yeah, you say that now.
I still say it.
Oh, I
She
didn't know
literally
that came from
my
the
chaperone, yeah, she hyped me up so much. So, and I feel like having someone like hype you up like that and then
100%.
going on to such like an exposing experience.
Yeah.
It just like changed it.
100%.
Yeah.
And she's like somebody that I would be like friends with. Like she would move in the same circles as me. So I was like, it's just such a natural friendship. Like,
oh, that's so cute. Love Island, it might not always produce like relationship love, even though it did in our situation.
yes, but like the friends
yes,
you make.
the friendships and everything.
Yeah.
And you're really good friends with Mimi.
Yes, really good friends with Mimi. I love her. We live like, it's actually crazy. We shot together randomly at the store I now work for. She's really good friends with the owners.
Wow.
And we like did a bit of content together in like 2022.
Oh,
and
wow.
then I ran into her at a coffee shop like a couple weeks after that and we like said hello and stuff. And then that was it. And we've lived like 2 minutes away from each other this whole time.
Wow.
And didn't like properly meet and connect until the show. But
You're
like,
giving like
That's
invisible
so
string theory.
exactly. We
With Mimi
always
and your
say
partner
that.
as well.
Yes.
Like it's giving, she's got, okay, we need to hang out with Em more because I feel like you've got that like good
that
manifestation energy.
No, I do.
Yeah.
Are you a big manifester?
Oh my God, I love manifesting. I manifest my life, like for sure.
So we spoke to Jamie last week and
I love her. She's an icon,
she told
by the
us
way.
apparently
amazing.
there's some things that you can do if you want to manifest and there's like tapping points.
Ooh.
I know.
Yeah,
Should we tap?
Yeah,
So I learned
I was
this.
nervous the other day on the way to the football. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
so
not going to be
there's-
nervous.
shit.
Anxiety's going.
You
like a little
there's
dance.
like points where you like tap and
Wow.
manifest.
I love.
And say positive affirmations.
yeah,
Look
and
it up on
it-
TikTok.
and then it works. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
for a manifestation.
Yeah.
We
so
love manifesting.
We're going to move on to a little game.
Oh, I love games.
And we've got it down as, I kind of want to think of a better name for it.
Wait, let's brainstorm real quick.
Yeah, so it's like the concept is like text or ghost. It's like I'm going to give you a statement and you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Or you're like, big no-no.
Oh.
It's giving kind of like ick or not.
Number uno. Being called baby on the first date.
I don't know you like that. Ghost.
No,
No.
no.
I don't know you.
Baby is a bit forward.
It
Baby's
is.
crazy. Like in what way? Like give me a sentence.
Like,
Oh.
you're looking good, baby.
Ew.
Oh, Jessie, what?
I gave myself the ick.
No.
Jessie, what?
Do you know what? I actually don't like pet names at the start because I'm like, do you think you're bigger than me?
What?
Oh, well, it's just like, it's giving like disingenuous.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like we're not at that level.
What about baby voice?
Get out of here.
Jessie, what are your thoughts on baby
We
voice?
actually do occasionally do baby voice, but we've been in a
On the
relationship for
first
2
date,
years.
exactly. You guys get to do baby voice.
Yeah. I mean,
Do
it's
your baby voice.
Yeah, give us a
No.
little, like, tell me. I'm so confused. How does it work?
Absolutely not. Will, okay, whenever I get annoyed at Will, whenever I get annoyed at Will, he says to me, do you like being mean to a baby?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh my God, I did it out when we were drunk and Jessie like got really,
in
she was like,
Melbourne.
do
I was like,
not.
I was like, not
do
in front of my
not-
peers.
Cannot
Yeah,
hear this.
yeah, do not speak to me like
We were
that
like
out
at
in
Bye
public.
Bambi.
Oh,
He did it
not
like
by
right
me.
outside and everyone's like, no, not Bye Bambi.
Oh, sorry, Bar Bambi.
Bar Bambi.
Yeah.
We were right outside Bar Bambi.
Yes.
With my peers in my home country.
Oh, shit.
And he's going, do you like being mean? I was like, shut up.
Oh yeah, I got an
I was
earful.
like, I'll be mean to the baby if you speak like that.
I got an
Uh-oh.
earful on the.
But
on
he's
the,
very like jokey, so I feel like you get away with it. If someone else did that to me,
No, 100%.
I don't really get social anxiety. Like I'm really
You
chill.
don't? Yeah,
No,
we can tell.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll do it, but it was not worth it for
this
the
man likes to push my buttons
for the
and
walk
like
home.
Oh,
text
yeah.
me.
But isn't it fun?
It is. It makes me like loosen up because like
Yeah.
I actually feel like
Loosey-goosey, baby.
Yeah.
That's good. I can loosen you up. then.
Especially in Australia though. Oh my gosh, shut up. Shut up. Well, as I was saying, especially in Australia, I do feel like I get embarrassed a bit more in Australia.
of me.
For what?
Just like I like care. I've noticed this about myself. I get more anxiety and care more about what people think when I'm like at home in Australia. When I'm in the UK, I feel like I'm like, woo.
Wow.
But when I'm
Oh,
here,
calm down, you. I go a bit. Woohoo!
I can't do. But when I'm like in Australia, if we're like in an event, I'm like, oh, like they might judge me. Do you ever get like that?
I couldn't give a fuck. Mimi and I went to our first influence
this.
event and did our stanky leg. Like
I
all
think
over.
I saw a TikTok
People were
of
like,
this.
yeah, we were like, why is no one having fun?
Yeah.
And then we were just doing the
Yeah.
stanky leg like all over the event.
Yeah.
And in our like formal dresses. Like
I
we
love
just
that.
But it's
I-
fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And like some of these events, like no offense, like grateful, thanks for the invite, but they're so boring and everyone's so serious and like I just like can't deal with the like surface level conversations and like
the same conversation as well.
Yes.
Will just like
So,
started
like-
going to his first Australian influencer events, and like I must say, like it is very different to what we're used to in the UK.
So where vibes at? I was like, vibe
So-
check. Come
yeah.
on.
Hello.
I mean, some are great, but as well, I do think some people like. Sometimes people just do need to loosen up a bit, and I am one of those people because I get nervous when I go to them.
Oh no, I've raging anxiety.
Yeah.
But like, you know.
Mm.
still
and then I
gonna
have
bring
him
it.
go, "Do you like being mean to a baby?" I'm like,
Oh God, you're like,
But
Okay.
it's great. Like you do really like. You're just very carefree, and I love it. And I think that makes me feel that way.
yeah.
Loosen me up a little, but not in that time.
Loosey goosey.
Loosey goosey.
Okay, number 2.
Okay.
They clap when the plane lands.
I'm sorry, but these are all ghosts.
No,
No.
it's not like playful.
No.
Okay, do people seriously clap when the plane lands? Well done. Do people actually clap though in seriousness, or is it just a joke?
I don't think I've ever been on a plane where somebody has clapped.
Oh, you haven't
Thank
been on a plane with me.
God. Do you? He doesn't clap.
Not every
I know
time.
you don't.
He
Not
does it as
every
a
time.
joke to embarrass me.
No, I get it as a joke.
But like actually
But
serious?
serious?
So when we were in
Seriously clapping.
America, we were in
Yeah.
America, people were clapping as the plane landed, and it kind of made me feel like, was it supposed to not land? Like,
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
seriously. Like,
it's-
why are
it's
you
not
guys so
supposed to.
excited?
it's
Yeah.
like, why are we clapping for something that should be happening?
No, seriously. No, I don't like it.
I mean, if I was the pilot though, I'd kind of be like, yeah, okay,
I'd be like, yeah,
I did that.
I
clap
landed
for
that
me.
plane.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay, number 3. What's your thoughts and feelings on splitting the bill on the first date?
I'll pay for it. I don't
Mm.
care. For me, it's like a power move though. Like, and I also get really
Are
uncomfortable.
we not the same person
I
sometimes?
think we
I'm like,
are.
she's
I-
speaking my language.
I also get really uncomfortable especially for like men paying for things for me. Like I'd always, and just uncomfortable in money in general. Like I'd always rather pay over somebody buying me something.
Yeah.
Even if I like don't have the money, I'll be like, no, I got it.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's like kind of a slay because I also don't feel like I'm owed anything. Like I don't know you, you're a stranger, you're a man. Fuck the patriarchy. Like I don't need you to like pay for my dinner. I'm a working woman.
And it's that feeling of having to owe them something. I feel like I would
100%.
I would just rather, even if it just costs all my money, I would rather have no money than feel like I owe someone something, especially someone that like, I don't know what their intentions are with me. I just want to be able to,
And also like, we're strangers. Like you don't need to buy me dinner. We can split, but like, I don't care. I'll pay.
Slay.
Slay.
Voice notes instead of texting.
I love a voice note. I actually think it's a really fun way to like get to know somebody.
I love voice notes.
In between like dates. So I think I love it.
Yeah.
I'm like such a texter, but I do voice note. But I feel like for me, you very much have to be at a certain point. Like even with like friends.
You're going to be in a mood.
Yeah, like there's got to be like, if someone just voice notes me like straight up, I'm like, oh,
no.
Wasn't expecting that.
No, my best friend Wazzy only communicates to me via like 3 to 4 minute long voice notes. And I'm like, and most of it's just like, oh, a bird just went past. Oh, he just got my coffee. I'm like, babe, just send me a fucking concise text, please.
Yeah, because then you've got to find time. You're like, oh, I need to find like 20 minutes to listen to
No,
these.
literally.
We do it when we're cooking because like I like bank up all the voice notes and like listen to it like a little friendship
like
podcast.
a podcast. No, I love. But also I feel like if it's somebody that you're like interested in like a dating way, I feel like it's really cute to like flirt via voice notes.
But what happens if one person sends voice notes and then the other person texts and then it's like,
you clearly don't get me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not matching my freak.
I think I voice noted you first, by the way.
Oh, I didn't. I was stressed though because I couldn't find a park.
And I was just like, I'm just voice noter. We're at that level now.
Okay, we're coming to an end. We're gonna get a little bit deep.
Oh,
are we?
But not too deep.
Okay.
Toes in.
Toes in. Dip.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ew.
Don't ew me.
Who gave you the warning?
Who gave you the right?
Do you have like dreams, aspirations, a plan?
I don't have any dreams.
No,
none. Not a single dream.
What I like to say is you're just riding the wave.
That is life.
Yeah.
That is life.
No, look, I feel like my goal is always just to be like happy.
Beautiful.
I just want to be happy inside my brain, inside my body. I want to, have people I love around me and like just be happy. I would love to be overseas somewhere. I really want to move back. I lived in Canada for a couple of years when I was younger.
Oh my God, wow. We love Toronto.
Yeah, we love Toronto.
We've only been to Toronto.
I
and
haven't
like,
been to Toronto.
It kind of reminds me of Melbourne.
Love.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Same sort of vibe, I would say.
But yeah, I would like love to live in like LA, New York. I really want to do a New York stint. And I've always said that I'm going to do it in my 30s, which is fast approaching. So, slay. But yeah, just be like happy, healthy, thriving.
Yeah, beautiful.
Like loving my career, whatever I'm doing.
I love that. I feel like if you're like a structured person as well, I find if I have a plan and it doesn't go to plan, the world comes tumbling down. So I'm like, do you know what? Let's just not have a plan.
Yeah.
Like nothing can be ruined if I don't have a
exactly.
plan.
No, exactly. Yeah.
I get freaked out as well when I have a plan and it doesn't go accordingly. No, Jessie can vouch for me. I'm like in the house and it's like I have the day planned out and something doesn't, and I'm like, no, I can't do it. We have to do this first.
No,
and then
100%.
this next. I'm like,
well, I feel like
can't.
as well, like if you set yourself like so many things, I feel like I'm always oversetting myself like goals and like even things to do in my day.
Yeah.
And then I'll always like knowing that is not humanly possible to achieve.
Yeah.
And then I'll just beat myself up about it and like feel really bad about myself.
So guilty.
Yeah, but that's also ADHD, you guys. We're all
Well, Jessie has ADHD. I haven't been diagnosed. Jessie thinks I have ADHD.
Yeah.
I mean, I say like sometimes I'm like, oh, do you feel this way? And he says yes. I'm like, aligning here. So like whether you have it or not, that's not it. But like sometimes we really bond on a lot of little habits we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
But whenever
Cute.
It's a band.
Wow.
But like whenever I feel like stressed about my schedules and stuff, the one thing that like calms me down, because I would just get really overwhelmed, I just tell myself, I'm like, you know what?
It's me.
No matter what, the sun is actually going to rise tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? The world's actually not ending.
It's all
the sun's
good.
literally going to rise. So
Yes.
Not necessarily in England.
no, no.
Maybe the
It ain't
rain.
rise until
No, that
8.
scares me. I really want to
Maybe
move
the
to
rain.
London, but like I'm so scared of seasonal depression.
Oh, don't worry. We're on a heat wave right now.
Are you?
Oh,
okay,
big
I'm
time.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
come
time.
over. Come on.
Big time. 24 degrees. We're loving life out there.
24 degrees is crazy because that's like our winter.
I know.
It's probably 24 today and I'm like,
But good thing is you don't get really sunburn over there because the UVs are so much lower.
Mm.
So that's
but
like
I
a
want to get a
positive.
tan.
I know,
Oh.
but
If you want to get a tan in London, you are going to the
Not
wrong
for me.
place.
No, yeah, because I feel like I get upset when I get pale.
it's like you see yourself differently.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
about
I
to come
do.
into my adapting to my natural skin color because I used to fake tan like really dark.
Oh,
but now I'm
really?
like, we're gonna try just embrace the
Yes, the
no
natural.
fake tan. We're gonna try do this.
Wow, I love that era for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're gonna bring it back round. To agree to disagree, okay? Obviously, that's
last
the
little
that's the
section
name
for you.
of the pod, and
Yes.
we've just got 3 statements. Agree or disagree with these statements. Go
Okay.
into as much detail or as least detail as you want.
Okay,
Okay. So number 1, Love Island is better pre-recorded.
disagree.
What do you think?
Oh, do you want me to elaborate?
No. Yeah, elaborate.
Elaborate.
I don't know. I just feel like it would have been really nice to have the experience that you guys did where like everything was happening in real time.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of just like get out and everything is how it is.
Yeah.
You
Get on
know?
with your
Because
life
there was
type
so
thing.
much anticipation. It took so long for like, you know, like getting to like film the show and then waiting for it to come out and for it to air. It was like months and months and months.
Yeah.
So like I think I was in Spain in August. It didn't finish airing until December.
I'm so
That's like
impatient.
Did you,
almost half my year.
Did you relive it? Like, did old emotions get brought back up?
Oh yeah, like when I was watching the show and Taylor and I were like having our disagreements, I was like, hate him again.
Yeah.
No, maybe
I
not
can't
that
watch
far,
out.
but
I
like,
cannot
yeah,
watch
no,
Love
I
Island
get-
back
I get
because
what
I
you're
do
saying.
get
Yeah.
so like emotional about it. And if I feel like something wasn't right or if something wasn't fair,
Yeah.
it really like triggers me, and I need to just be like, Jessie, calm the hell down. Do you know
yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
okay.
I'm just like,
Okay.
stop it. It's in the past, but it's really
Yeah.
hard to leave something in the past. It's like literally on your For You page.
No,
on the TV.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
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 But yeah, I would say, disagree.
Okay. Number 2. You singly, sorry, I said that
Hello.
wrong. You single-handedly won the show.
Period. Agree.
Yeah.
And I don't think we need to elaborate on that one. I think enough
No.
has already been said. They get the memo.
Get it,
Okay. And lastly, there were people on your season just there for clout.
Agree. We all were.
Do you think everyone that goes onto Love Island does it for clout?
Yes.
Mm.
I'm sorry, but like I get so frustrated when people like try and say that they're not there for clout. At the end of the day, we film the show in 2024. Everybody does reality TV for the platform it gives you.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
No.
I think if you're doing it with that in mind or a certain goal, go off. I
Yeah.
definitely was. That was part of the reason why I went on, but I was definitely open to love, open to connection, and just like first and foremost, like really excited for this crazy opportunity and experience that like you'd be crazy to say no to.
It's an experience,
Exactly.
isn't it? It is. It's just
Yeah.
this one big experience at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if you fall in love, that is just
a
amazing.
plus.
Yeah, that is just
I
amazing.
feel like there's like a big difference though for people. Like, obviously, we all know you go on Love Island, babe, you're going on TV. You're going to get a
yes,
following.
you're gonna get seen.
You're
Yeah.
going to be a reality TV person from
Yeah.
there on. Like, that is just like a given.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like people going on just literally for that and not actually caring for the other people and like kind of using other people as stepping stones to get something out of it and like being like selfish.
like
I
it-
think that is
yeah.
where like
I feel like if you go on the
Lines
show
crossed, yeah.
and you actually are not true to who you are and it's like an act and then you have these fake emotions. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
just don't understand why people would want to even like live that way. Because if you go on and put on a performance, you put on like an act,
Yeah.
you have to like live up to that persona. But wouldn't you just be so much more comfortable just
Being
like
yourself.
Yeah.
But it's just like I would say I am an insecure person, but insecure differently. I would say I'm insecure and secure. But I feel like, I don't know, people are doing that. It's just stemming from like insecurities. They don't know who
Feeling
they
a
are as a
void
person.
somewhere else.
Yeah, they don't know who they are, and like they're just trying to, they're just, yeah, I don't know. It's insecurities.
I feel like with reality TV, you definitely do come across a lot of different people. There's very level-headed people, very grounded people, very confident people. And then there are people that probably shouldn't have gone on a reality TV show and should be working out who they are. But, you know, we're here for it. We all do our own thing.
Well, it creates the drama. Also, like, let's just be so real. If everybody went on for love and like, it would be so boring.
Oh, you can't be doing it.
I feel like the audience like really, like we need the personalities. We need these like crazy personality types to make the show interesting. And like something our producer would say to us all the time is like, we're not here. You're not here to find love. Like, sorry, but you're not.
Did the producers say that?
Yeah, we're here to.
They can't have a boring show.
We're here to film a reality TV show.
Yeah.
Like, let's get this shit like good. They didn't ever fabricate anything.
No.
All the drama was real. Nothing was ever manufactured. But like at the end of the day, like we were there to film a TV show and to have it be an interesting one. Like if we fall in love and make organic connections, then like that's great. But yeah, I feel like people really forget that. If everybody was just happy and in love, then it would be such a boring show.
It would be boring,
I feel like that was with our season though. Everyone was just setting their couples and then like
yeah, it was.
I guess you guys have Casa Amor though to shake it up.
Yes. Fucking hate Casa Amor.
Oh.
You didn't have Casa Amor, did you?
No, we had Hotel Amor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
Hotel Amor just sounds so funny.
I know.
Doesn't it?
When I was on Love Island UK though, like the big producer came to me and they were like, what are you doing in love pretty much? They were like, we casted you for how you were on Love Island Australia. Because I literally moved couples and kept turning my head. And I know why I did that because I was 23, fresh out of a relationship. I actually wasn't emotionally ready for a relationship. I didn't know that back then. I just kept finding flaws in everyone to like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it didn't work out. Made great TV. But then when I went back a little bit more mature, I was like, oh, dating actually sucks after a reality TV show. Try find someone. Yeah. I found Will. And the producers were like, you know.
Hidden around the corner.
Around the corner on the farm.
Yeah. Hello.
But they were just like, girl, like, why aren't you changing couples?
Oh.
They kind of literally said that to me, like, come on, that's what we casted you for. You're not doing it.
The more drama, the better.
Also, like 3 years later, like they can't expect for them to get the same like person or version of you.
If Will wasn't in there, I probably would have changed couples because I'm not going to stay with someone. I would
Just for
literally
the
not
sake
be
of
able to
it.
stay with someone for that long.
Well, that's with like All Stars that's going on back home. They're casting people, you know, from like series 2 or 3 or 4, which was years ago, expecting them to be that person. And it's like, it's been 8 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Like you've changed so
They're
much.
grown.
Yes,
Yeah.
we've all grown.
Well, that's a lovely way to end it. That we've all
we've
grown.
all
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thanks
Honestly,
for having me.
we've absolutely loved it.
Yes.
I think, like, honestly, thank you so much. Like, I've been fangirling since I saw you on Love
Oh my
Island.
God,
so
I've been fangirling you.
when I saw you followed me, I was like, oh my God.
Stop.
And you know, people actually were DMing me saying apparently we looked alike.
No, everybody says that we're similar and say that we talk alike as well.
Someone was like, is your sister on Love Island? Because there's a girl that looks like you and talks like, I know we have like different styles, but I did actually used to have brunette hair when I went on Love Island UK as well.
True.
So people were like saying we look alike and sound alike. And I was like,
oh my God.
That's a compliment. But thank you so much. And thanks everyone for watching. Remember, if you're here, please do us a solid, click that like and subscribe button. And we'll see you next week. Love ya.
Bye.